Yo, you're watching the Screaming Fish people, and today, something a little different. Yes, it's a review, as usual, but this time, it's a TV show review, and you can tell by the t-shirt I'm wearing, a Something Sport TV show. Yes, people, I am indeed reviewing The Flash Season 2. Now, I would probably have started with Season 1, but to be honest, Season 1 came out a while ago, and also haven't watched it in a while, and yeah, I still love Season 4. But Season 2, on the other hand, is probably my favourite out of the seasons, really. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into my review of The Flash Season 2. Man, the one time I actually review one of my favourite TV shows, and I actually have the right t-shirt for it. So, admittedly, I actually got into this show quite late. I had just finished our Season 1 and 2. This was last year, by the way. Then, I got straight into the Flash TV show, and I got to say, it was pretty amazing. I had never seen a superhero TV show like this. However, is The Flash Season 2 as good as Flash Season 1? Well, let's find out. So, character-wise, this season handles its characters just as well as the first season did. Carlos Valdes is still brilliant as Cisco Ramon. I really like Danielle Panabaker as Caitlin Snow. Candice Patton is awesome as Iris West, and I love how they expanded her character a lot more in this season. I do think that it's mostly Jesse L. Martin as Detective Joe West and Tom Cavanagh as Earth 2 Harrison Wells that give the best performances in the show, and they're easily two of the most likable characters. However, the best characters in the show, to be honest, is the Flash himself. Barry Allen, played by Grant Gustin. Sorry, I said his name wrong there. His performance as the Flash is just phenomenal. He brings a very good sense of fun and grit to the character, and honestly, I can't even believe they're making a Flash movie without Grant Gustin, nor can I imagine anyone else playing the role as good as Gustin. Two new characters that I really liked were Kian Lonsdale as Wally West and Chantel Van Satten as Patty McGinnis. Both were very likable characters and were introduced into the series remarkably well. I also really like Violet Bean as Jessie Wells. She was a very compelling character and she was very likable as well. Pretty much like everyone else in the show. Teddy Sears was amazing as Jay Garrick / Zoom. He was a lot of the time genuinely terrifying, and easily one of the best villains we've had on the show. His motivations and even the sheer design of the character of Zoom make Zoom one of the best comic book TV show villains to ever come to the small screen. For the most part, I enjoyed every single one of the episodes of The Flash Season 2. Each was very well written, and not once did I find myself wanting to skip to the next episode because I thought it was boring. No, every episode was just a joy to watch, particularly the episode when they go to Earth 2 and meet themselves in another dimension. That is an amazing episode, by the way. And the two episodes where Barry lost his powers, which were pretty cool, mainly because we got to see the Flash having to fight metahumans without the use of his powers. I also really enjoyed how the show introduced plot points like Earth 2, as well as Easter eggs and references of famous comics like Crisis on Infinite Earths and Flashpoint Paradox. I also found a lot of the side villains in the show to be pretty awesome, particularly David Hayter as King Shark and Mark Hamill as Trickster. I mean, can you believe they got Mark Hamill to play Trickster in this show? Each seemed to get better than the last, and I loved them all, with a few exceptions, admittedly. I also loved how funny the show is. The contrast between action and humor works spectacularly well in the show, and there are a lot of really funny movie references that a lot of people are going to like. Plus, like the last season, it knows how silly it is. For example, Flash going back in time and fighting himself, and of course villains that are literally animals, such as Gorilla Grodd or King Shark. and it doesn't take itself too seriously, which is one of the strongest aspects. This is one of the few superhero TV shows where where the writers don't take it too seriously. You could almost say it's like the original two Spider-Man movies, like the one Sam Raimi did. Like, it just didn't take itself. They didn't take themselves too seriously, and this kind of has the same formula going on here. So anyway, as I was saying, the effects may not be great compared to most of the recent movies I've seen lately, but for a TV show, they're pretty amazing effects. I've never actually seen a TV show with effects that are this good, and the action sequences are amazing. Each one is very entertaining, particularly in the final battle of the show. The show also had two twists near the end of the season that I was not expecting, that I will not spoil here because they're too big. They're too big to be spoiled. I'd rather that you'd watch the show and find out what they are yourself. But the twists were so good that they got to the point that I literally didn't see them coming. That's how well the show is written here. So, overall though, this is one of my favorite shows at the moment. Not only has Kevin Smith made a new season that rivals the original, but it's an obvious improvement over the first season. And yes, I'm willing to say that The Flash is the strongest superhero TV show ever made. And like I said before, I can't imagine anyone playing The Flash better than Grant Gustin, nor can I even believe they're making a Flash movie without Grant Gustin. So, yeah. Guys, those are my thoughts on The Flash Season 2. I do hope you enjoyed it. I'm just going to remind you here now that this is my first TV show review, so I may or may not have left a few mistakes in there. My bad if I have. And and send me the feedback if you like it, or there's things you didn't like about it, send me the feedback. And if I do another TV show review, you can send it to me and I'll do that. So thank you guys for watching this video. Do hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, or follow me on Facebook, and I will indeed see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, guys.